My name is Walter Flores. I am 30 years old. I work in the United States, in the state of Oregon. I was actually born here in Peru, and my mom was born also here in Peru. At the age of 28 years old, my dad passed away, and after my dad passed away, it was a very surreal experience where I wanted to search for a place that could take care of my mom, who was very delicate and had a lot of medical issues, and I was considering many options of a nursing home in the States, staying with family, having her stay with me where I could take care of her and looking after her, and also bringing her to Peru. And after going through a lot of the options I found it very difficult for myself to take care of her. I found it that for family who had all the right intentions to take care of her and all the energy, it was also very difficult for them to take care of her. And considering all the options in the United States, it was a very amazing experience to be able to bring her here to Peru, especially to senior residents, to have her here. And she has been here for over almost 2 years now. And it has been a very amazing experience to have her here with people I trust, and to see that she's really happy and that she is constantly happy, and that brings me a lot of comfort. Yes, of course. Before I brought my mom here, it was very difficult because at the time I had no experience with a nursing home, especially for my mom, who was now the only parent I had left. And it was very difficult in seeing, what treatment, do they know the situation that she's in? Do they know what medicine she needs? Do they know all the little things that make up within her life? The food, the stuff she likes to do. So it was very difficult in finding that right fit, and then just a lot of fear of being able to trust someone to be able to take care of my mom, because to me it was very new. It was very new. It was something it had not crossed my mind before, and that time happened, and it was very comforting to find the nursing home here. And I think one of my biggest worries was that her treatment would perhaps stop, or it would perhaps slow down, and that she might deteriorate, especially in her quality of life. And I didn't want that. So when I saw all the types of treatments that you guys have here, all the cognitive activities, all the physical activities, just constantly being active and constantly being interactive with them, and everyone is constantly being attended to. They're always doing something and not just resting, because I had searched other nursing homes at the time, and it was very common to find that they had the people that they looked after, they just had their patients just sitting, watching TV the whole time, or just lying in bed the whole time, and that was not something that was going to be productive for my mom's self. So once I came here, it was like a huge weight off my shoulders. Yeah. Yeah, after many days of searching, we went through many nursing homes here in Lima and in total, and just looking at the quality and what type of attention the people were receiving, how they treated the patient, what type of activities were they doing with the patient. And then sometimes it was also kind of the basics of reaching out to the nursing home and asking them like, hey, can I look at the place today? Can I come by to visit? And they'd always tell me like, oh no, you have to send an appointment. You have to come at a certain time. And when to be honest, I had gone down through a whole list of nursing homes here in Lima until I found senior residence, and you guys were last on my list. Just it was a random list, and there was no judgment, but you guys were last on my list. I did not have too many I had no confidence because all the places I had looked at just had not met my standards. But when I called you guys, I asked you guys, oh, would I be able to come in today? And you guys told me, yeah, you can come in right now if you want to. And I was like, wow, no other place has actually told me that I can come right now. And just coming in, the home, it truly feels like a home. It's not like a nursing home. It feels like everyone is happy, everyone's doing some activity. A nurse is always looking after them, and yeah, no, that drew me to it. And then after that, seeing the activities that you guys do with the patients, you know, just going to the park, being able to walk around, and sometimes attending mass and going to church, just having that small little human connection with all the patients was, yeah, what mostly drew me. And then just superb attention that you guys have with everyone. It is quite a difference to where my mom was before she came to Peru and where she is now, because in the United States, she had a doctor that prescribed her all her medicine, and he did the quality control with the medicine every 2 months, and it was always the same medicine. It was a lot of medications that she would have to take in the morning, in the afternoon, and at night. And yeah, for the most part, she did not have the same capacities as she does now. Even though time has passed since then, she used to not be able to walk as much. We would give her medication, and then she would tell me like, oh, I need to sleep now because I'm very tired. Or even if I try to do an activity with her, like, oh, let's paint or let's go on a walk, she will be very, very just tired and trying to, take a small nap. Whereas here, it was just a huge difference where there was more of a focus on like, okay, let's see what type of treatment or let's see what diagnosis you have. Let's see and let's follow that diagnosis, and let's treat it with the proper medication, but let's not go overboard with the medication, because the medication has that secondary impact of making you down, drowsy, not letting you participate in activities. And then now she is walking around better than she was back in the States, where we did physical therapy over there for my mom, and it was once a week. We would not see that same progress that we do here. Like, I was very surprised after having her here for a week. She had already started to do a lot of her exercises, started to have a little bit more trust in those muscles that she didn't before. So yeah, I'm very grateful for that part too. Yeah, I was very comfortable, especially at first coming in with all the medications that she was prescribed. She was prescribed tons of medications that at first I was worried when I came from the US to Peru. I was worried, will I be able to find those medications? And it was also finding, after talking to the doctor and the nurse here, being able to see what medications she truly needs, and which ones she depends on the most, and finding that balance of being able to see how she can live a very happy life and still be in control and be able to still not have any of those issues that she had. So it was a pretty good balance that brought me a lot of comfort, finding that detailed plan, and then seeing how you guys said, oh, she will take her medications in the morning with her breakfast, and then at night she will also have it at night with her dinner. So it was very well scheduled, something that I really appreciated to hear, and just a lot of order behind that, seeing something that I would want to do the same if I were the one taking care of her. So it was perfect. Yeah, no, one of the most amazing parts of senior residence is that I received the photos, the videos of her doing her daily activities, her eating her dinner, her lunch, and her participating with people, her playing games with of all the other residents, her singing, something that she always loved to do back when she was fully healthy. She always loved to sing, and then it brings me a lot of joy to be able to see that she still continues that and she's able to participate that in all those activities. So there's so much comfort in that, especially knowing that when I was taking care of her back in the States, it was very difficult for me to be able to do that by myself. It was very difficult for my dad to do that by himself. It was just a very difficult task that I find a lot of comfort in seeing all those photos, all those videos that I get, and just, yeah, also being able to talk to her without any issues. You know, I'm able to call in and ask, oh, can I speak to my mom? And it's always yes, and you know, it's always gonna be like, oh, or maybe she's finishing up her food, we'll call you back as soon as she's done. That's perfect, you know, that is perfect. So there's always a very clear communication and lots of trust that I have with you guys. Yes, I have talked to so many people about my experience here, to my coworkers, to my boss, to people that I meet on the regular. I tell them because they ask about my mom. And when I first tell them, oh, she's in a nursing home in Peru, they are always like, they're worried. They're like, oh, why so far? Do you miss her? I'm like, I miss her. And they're like, do you trust the people that she's with? I'm like, yeah, I trust them. She's in really good hands. I know she's having really good care. I know she's, especially with people who know her costumes, her experiences, her life experiences, what she likes to do, what she likes to eat, all the songs that she used to sing, going to church, speaking her own language, and being able to have all those little interactions that she had when she lived here in Peru. And just all of that just brings me a lot of comfort in being able to know that, yeah, she is in a really good place where I don't have to have any of those worries. Because one comparison to nursing homes in the States is where there's a lot of that perception that our parents are gonna be perhaps in a place forgotten, or they're not gonna be perhaps looked after in the same way that we would want it. But I think something amazing here is that there's always that really amazing connection with the nurses. And when I come over and I ask her, like, oh, how are your friends? And she's like, oh, yes. And she points to some of the nurses that are attending her, and she's like, oh yeah, he's really good. He was telling me something, and it just brings me a lot of comfort in that regard as well. Yeah. So in comparison to US nursing homes, I am far, far more comfortable having her here than in the States. Yeah. I would 100% recommend senior residence.